How's it going, Laser Bruises up? I'll be Sixkilla. Welcome back to Danganronpa V3. It has been so long since I had a chance to record this or anything. It has been flat out, but we are finally back, ready to finish the trial. I left this trial halfway through, and I haven't been back to record in a week because of school holidays and all of that sort of jazz. But let's jump in, shall we, and finish this trial. I vaguely remember where we're at. Vaguely. Jeez, my volume's too low. Come on. Other than my volume's too high in this volume. You know, it seems that the voting has finished. Now then, let's see the result. Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
The hell you saying?
Wait a second, what result? Voting time hasn't happened yet. Yes, it has. Don't you remember, Monosuke? No, it hasn't. You're the one who doesn't remember, Monotaro. Oh man, you're right. Silly me, I'm so forgetful. Well, I didn't expect all of you to get so worked up over such a small lie. You kids are pretty gullible, huh? Well, anyway, let's skip this trial and jump ahead to chapter 3. Wait a second, we don't know the culprit yet. Yeah, who killed Rantaro? That was chapter 1's case. How can you be this forgetful? You people talk out your ass all the time. You got verbal flatulence.
Another shocking truth revealed.
Back to square one.
Again.
Square one? If square one, they wouldn't have got eaten by the competition.
After that terrible movie, they had no other choice.
What?
Wow! What does that mean?
It means he doesn't want to get involved in another pointless argument, like this one.
We shouldn't listen to anything Maki says. She's just gonna throw out more lies.
But if we don't ask her for more details, how will we know for sure?
I told you already, we don't need to. I hate liars. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
You're the ultimate liar.
You're one to talk. Maki, just ignore that lying little degenerate. We'll listen to what you have to say.
It must have been a little after midnight last night. He visited me at my research lab. He wanted me to show him the motive video that I received.
Motive video?
If Ryoma came to ask about that, does that mean you had his motive video?
As I recall, Ryoma had Maki's motive video, correct? Does this mean you and Ryoma received one another's motive video? Maybe. I actually didn't check the one I got, so I wouldn't know.
Maki admitted earlier that she hadn't checked her Cubs pad.
Then why did Ryoma think that Maki had his motive video?
If he went around asking at random, he might have asked some people besides Maki.
He never asked me. He probably never asked you guys either, right?
Then, who was it that told Ryoma about his Cubs pad?
Good question. Who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video? Had to be someone who knew who had each pad. That's only Kokichi. Only Kokichi knows whose pad belongs to her because he's the only one who's seen them all. Kokichi.
It's you!
It's you!
That would be Kokichi.
It would. He had them all. Cubs pads, gotta catch them all. I even got the pads belonging to the people who aren't here. Now everyone can watch their motive video.
So, you saw the motive videos. Did you tell Ryoma that Maki had his?
When males get this quiet, they're either caught in a lie or thinking dirty thoughts.
Or both.
What happened then, Maki? After Ryoma asked you for his motive video?
I told Ryoma just to take it from my room. I keep my room unlocked.
Well, Maki, that's super careless. Aren't you scared someone might kill you in your sleep?
I am now.
And then what happened?
I don't know what happened after that. I'm not even sure if he saw his motive video. When he asked me, he said that he would show me my motive video in return. But I wasn't interested, so I declined. And that's pretty much it.
So you don't even know if Ryoma saw his motive video? What a bunch of crap.
If Maki met with Ryoma at nighttime, that proves he was still alive then. Which means, even though we don't have alibis from 8 to 10, Maki and me aren't suspects.
If that story is true.
It's true.
Then why did you wait until now to bring that up?
That is a good question.
I didn't say anything until now because I wasn't in the mood to be suspected.
Suspected? What for?
Kirumi said it earlier. It seems that Ryoma and I had each other's motive videos. That's pretty fishy, right? So I didn't want to mention it to avoid suspicion.
You didn't say anything because you weren't in the mood?
It is quite selfish to keep this information hidden because you were not in the mood.
Agreed.
Well, whatever. Either way, let's just believe Maki.
You only want to believe it because it takes you out of the frying pan, man.
Yes, yes. Those who believe shall be saved.
No, we need to wait. There is still more to confirm.
Well then, why don't we ask Kokichi?
Let's.
Huh? What now?
You never answered my question. Were you the one who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video?
Is that really important?
Yes, it is important. Because if Kokichi told Ryoma, it becomes more likely that Ryoma visited Maki during nighttime.
That's true.
I see. Kokichi's response may help corroborate Maki's testimony.
Now you understand why I don't want your charade. I want the truth.
Well, Kokichi, did you tell
You
Ryoma?
can't trust anything he says, though. That's the problem.
You said it earlier. I don't want to die, right? If you really don't want to die, then you better tell us the truth.
Here comes the dramatic turnabout. Now I'm the one pressured by Maki. Okay, it's true. I told Ryoma.
Just as I thought.
But that's not a bad thing, right? He wanted to know, so I told him.
Have you seen everyone's motive video?
Nope, not yet. I was gonna wait until we hosted like a movie screening party.
Yeah, I remember.
I just checked who had whose so I could give them back to everyone after.
I see.
Anyway, if Kokichi told Ryoma that, then he must have gone to see Maki. That means Maki's telling the truth. Ryoma was alive during nighttime.
No, we cannot be too sure about that yet. Even if Ryoma and Maki did meet, it does not mean it was during nighttime yesterday. So you still suspect me?
Who else could it be?
I am saying it could still be a possibility. If there is still a small chance of you being the culprit, then I cannot trust you entirely. Because everyone's lives are at stake.
It's true.
Then which is it? A lie or not lie?
She's not lying. Can't you tell just by looking at her?
No. She never has a
If it was
facial
that
expression.
easy, we'd be done by now. No, this is a world of lies and betrayal.
Himiko! It breaks my heart to hear you say depressing things!
I find Maki's testimony suspicious. It's far too convenient for her.
It is too convenient.
This is difficult to determine.
Maki is lying. Like I said before, a liar like me knows their own kind.
I'm not lying. I did meet up with Ryoma during nighttime. I'm telling the truth.
Is it a lie or is it the truth? This is the turning point. This will change the fate of this case. And I said I would believe in Kaito. And that means believing in Maki. And that means I have to do it. I need us all on the same page. I have to change where this argument is going. Just like Kaito. Are you telling me to lie? You're telling me to lie, aren't you? I forgot how to do a lie bullet.
I met with Ryoma the
Hang on, let me
previous
look it up.
night.
Hold for a lie. Alright, okay. That's what he's suggesting, right? That we're lying.
What a load of crap!
Maki not alone.
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place, then there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us.
Ah, I lost life for that. Alright, we gotta do that. We gotta lie on that one. We're lying. We're a dirty liar. I don't understand why we have to lie now. It's the one thing about this new Danganronpa that I don't get. I feel like lying does not help the
Surely
case.
they would have come forward already.
Surely.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place,
I'm lying to you.
I'll reveal the truth.
You mean a lie?
I might not be able to prove they met, but I can prove Maki wasn't alone.
oh, please explain.
Well, Kaito and I trained together every night. And yesterday, because of the insect meet and greet, we started late. Huh? Ah, Kaito, don't worry. You don't have to say anything. Anyway, we were doing some frog squats on the school stairs when we heard two people talking.
People talking?
We knew one of them was Maki, but we couldn't pick out the other one. But now that I think about it, it must have been Ryoma.
What?
Yeah, maybe. That was probably around midnight.
Wait a minute! If you heard their voices, then that means...
That means Kaito had an alibi all along. Why didn't we tell him about that?
So Ryoma and Maki did meet up.
No, hold up! Why'd you sit on that info for so long?
Because until just now, I didn't think it was relevant. I had no reason to bring it up.
Now, we don't know if Maki was really talking to Ryoma, right?
That is true. If I knew for certain, I would have said so sooner. But considering the circumstances, I can't imagine it being anyone but Ryoma. None of us were talking to Maki last night, correct? So it must have been him.
And nobody say you suddenly remember talking to Maki. It's way too late for that.
And you two did not confirm who Maki was talking to at the time? If I overheard a conversation in the middle of the night, I surely would have checked.
Really? Why?
We are still part of a killing game after all.
Whoa, chill out. Why the scary face? That was my bad, but it's not really manly to eavesdrop, you know?
It's true.
I wouldn't do something so uncool.
Anyway, I know that we heard those voices. Maki is not lying.
Then Gonta will believe friends.
You're gonna believe him? Just like that? But Shuichi has no reason to lie.
Yes. If his lie leads us to the wrong culprit, he will join us in eternal sleep. Unless he wishes for death, we should be able to believe him.
That's right. You can believe me.
Yeah, you're right. I'll believe him too. Belief shall set you free.
Shut up, Angie.
So surprised if Shuichi was
I wish she
alive,
wouldn't talk so much.
especially after we believed him for so long.
Everything she says is
We
stupid.
wouldn't be able to trust anyone anymore. Well, it's not like he's lying anyway.
All right, that proves it then. Ryoma was still alive during nighttime.
That doesn't help though. Then what?
In other words, me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
But I guess that means everyone's alibis no longer matter, yes?
So, everyone is culprit again?
Yep.
So, we're right back where we started. What a pain.
However,
Back to square
it
one,
should
as,
be clear now
Mono-
that the crime
Monodam
occurred
says?
after nighttime began.
But then when was Ryoma's body placed inside the piranha tank?
Well, the gym is locked at nighttime, so it must have been the next morning, but...
That's not possible. Himiko and I were at the gym, remember?
So did we fuck up by thinking the body got stuffed into the piranha tank?
I don't think so. We have evidence to prove that's what happened.
Then when did the culprit throw the body into the piranha tank?
It could have been through the window when they were there. They might not have even known that they were there. When did Ryoma's body get placed in the piranha tank? Maki was with Ryoma around midnight, so it couldn't have been before nighttime. And if it couldn't have been in the morning after, that leaves...
The only time they could have done it was during nighttime, huh?
Did you forget the gym's not open at nighttime, dick cheese?
But they went in through the window.
Dick cheese?
But that's the only possibility, because by morning we were already at the gym.
It may be possible they slipped by without you noticing.
No one can slip by me. I'm known far and wide as the snoozing sorceress.
Shouldn't that make it easy to slip by you?
What a terrible title for a guard.
Are you positive that you did not see it? You cannot enter the gym at nighttime.
Himiko would have seen it. She might strike out, but she always keeps her eye on the ball.
I don't even play baseball.
But we can't disobey school rules, right? The body was probably moved in the morning.
Calm down, everyone. Gonta sure if we discuss disagreement.
I see through your arguments.
What?
Disagreement? What? A disagreement?
Oh god.
You mean you're split down the middle again? Then the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds! Yippee! We've been waiting for this!
Yippee! Oh, there's a little X on the mono one that got killed. Mono kid. It seems like our opinions are split on this matter. But if we focus on the evidence, the facts will become clear. All I have to do is show them and make them accept it. If I can't get them to see the truth now, my lie would have been for nothing. I won't fail. I forgot how we do this one. Haven't we done this before? Everything's so intense around here. It's all for show, man. Because I assume it's a reality show just like the other two were. Or maybe it was just the first one that was? I can't remember. When was the body put in the piranha tank? Oh right, that's right, we gotta match them.
Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
Announcement.
I was in front of the gym with the others, before the announcement.
Is it not possible you simply missed the culprit?
Missed.
We were right in front of the door. There's no way we could have missed them.
Remember, the rules state that you can't enter the gym at night.
Kaito! Rules probably don't apply to corpses, you know.
The piranha tank is too far from the gym.
I've got
Tank.
this! You might be able to reach the tank from the window above the stage.
Yes.
But pool next to gym also off limits at night.
Off limits.
Entering the pool at night's what's off limits, not the
This is
pool
easy,
area
just
itself.
keywords. Hit the keywords.
But should we trust Maki's testimony and
Testimony.
It's okay, because we have Shuichi's testimony too.
Kapow. Pa-pa-pa-pow.
It's true that you cannot enter the gym at nighttime, but a corpse could.
That's a good mode, because it's easy.
I am positive that the window was how the culprit moved the body.
That window's higher than the piranha tank, and it's pretty close by.
Just drop it in.
Curtains might have been closed, but the window was open the whole investigation.
That's right.
That means it was certainly possible to put the body in the piranha tank from the window.
However, I'm also positive the pane dividing the piranha tank was set up beforehand.
Have to have been, yeah. So they can just dump it in.
That certainly couldn't be tossed in. It would need to be placed carefully.
Yeah, it's glass.
Even if the culprit were to throw the body from outside the window is far too high. It cannot be reached from the floor.
Ryoma was small. Gonta could have chucked him easy.
Yes, but Gonta wouldn't do that. Gentlemen not chuck dead bodies.
That's true. Gentlemen not truck dead bodies.
Being a gentleman has nothing to do with it.
It does.
They used the ladder in the gym.
The ladder was too short.
You tested it out while you were investigating, Shuichi. That ladder reached the window, right?
From on top of the tank.
So the culprit just needed to put the body through the window to pull it off, right?
No, I don't think that method's possible because the ladder couldn't have been used like that in this crime. The ladder doesn't reach the window.
That's it! The only reason
Boom.
the ladder reached the window
It's
was
because
because
it was on the
the stage. If you use the ladder on the pool side, it would not quite make it. The ladder could barely reach the window when it was on the stage. And there is nothing on the pool side of the gym as tall as the stage. Finally, the ladder was found in the gym, correct? If the culprit used the ladder on the pool side, we wouldn't have found it in the gym.
We've found it in the pool.
And they couldn't have thrown the ladder back through the window because it's too heavy. Then Gonta used his tard strength to throw the ladder or the body or something.
Gentlemen not throw dead bodies. Or ladders.
Why gentlemen not throw ladders?
The body could not have been thrown into the piranha tank to begin with. It would need to be placed carefully to prevent the glass pane from shifting.
Got it, Musclehead? Even if we injected tons of steroids into you, it'd be impossible.
Wait, wouldn't it make more sense if you were the killer to just throw the body into the piranha tank and have the piranhas destroy it? So that when they dump it out, it's just bones? I feel like that would make more sense. It's even harder to work with then.
Sorry, you're right.
Just saying.
You didn't need to apologize, Gonta.
How the culprit moved the body from the window. Ha! You guys don't even know that? What a bunch of dimwits.
Do you have the answer then?
Presumably.
But of course.
But of course.
Tell him, Shuichi. Blow them all away with the truth.
I thought you had the answer.
I actually don't know that yet.
What?
The culprit definitely moved the body through the window, but I don't know how.
Seriously?
Serves you right! You just made a fool out of yourself after acting all high and mighty. Dudes just need to shut up and take their licks.
What are we gonna do, Shuichi? We gotta figure this out or we're done for. Hey, you gotta do something, Shuichi.
We're working on
No,
it, Jesus.
I have to do something, but
I don't know what to do. I haven't figured that out yet. Damn it, am I really not good enough? Am I no good as a detective? I can't do this. I can't.
I don't think it really matters how the body got into the piranha tank.
What?
Gonta thinks it matter. We won't know culprit's trick unless we figure out.
We're getting sidetracked. It doesn't matter how it was done, just who did it. We shouldn't focus on where we found the body. Instead, we need to focus on where he was killed.
I still think it was in his lab.
Where he was killed?
Wouldn't it be more efficient if we focused on the murder scene instead?
yes, that's it. We were so caught up in where the body was found, when we should have been thinking about where the murder occurred.
The murder scene would definitely have more clues about the culprit. Why didn't anyone realize this yet? That's strange.
Perhaps the culprit steered the conversation away from that topic.
Then, culprit is someone in this room.
Yes, of course. You just figured that out? That's important to remember. It's not as if everyone here wants us to find the truth. One of us is trying to sabotage this trial.
Well then, let's discuss the crime scene to figure out who the culprit is.
Okay.
It's not a bad idea for a robot. The last time I heard such a good idea was when Nino told me to move in with her under the bridge to get out of the cold.
Himikawa under the bridge?
If we can determine where this all started, we can determine how it ended. Yes, it's much too soon to quit. The trial has only just begun.
Thank you, Maki. That was a helpful insight.
I can't believe you didn't notice that. I guess that's why you're still an apprentice.
Rude. Brutal. Ow, my feelings. Monokuma file, tank, black piece of fabric?
Let's establish the crime scene.
Could be black piece of fabric.
Wasn't it the dorm room?
Or pool rules, maybe? What is that?
Relaxing in his room when he got attacked.
But the cause of death was drowning. There is nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
Yeah, the sink.
He's got
The
a
sink.
toilet, doesn't he?
Drown in toilet? Impossible.
Impossible.
We should consider places where water is stored.
The only place that fits is the pool.
You can't swim at night time. Already seen that.
wrong.
The pool could not have been the scene of the murder. Ryoma was killed at nighttime.
Yeah.
No swimming is allowed at nighttime, so a living person could not have gone in.
Which means he was already dead when he went in the pool. We already figured that out.
A dead body is fine because it's just an object. But if a living person entered the pool, I think I might cry.
Aw.
Cry as loud as you want. I'll cry with. In the morning after, I'll write goodbye on your mirror in lipstick before I quietly leave.
Oh dear.
Only after you leave do I realize how much you really mean to me.
Quit being so gloomy. This is the year of the Jets. Fuck the Patriots.
Anyway, we can conclude it's impossible for him to have drowned in the pool.
Where was Ryoma killed if not pool? Is there other place where water can be stored?
Where was Ryoma killed? I know there's some kind of clue. In his fucking bathroom. Yeah, the lab. The sink.
This is it!
He was drowned in the sink and then thrown out the window into the pool. We know this. Come on.
The sink in Ryoma's lab. There were distinct scratch marks on it.
We figured that out when we were investigating, for Christ's sake.
Scratch marks on the sink?
And I believe those scratches were caused by...
The handcuffs, presumably.
This is it! The handcuffs. They were scratched as well, correct?
Mm-hmm. So were the window
Yeah,
frames.
Sort of looked like they'd been scraped against something.
There's also the fact that the handcuffs were from Ryoma's lab. The marks on the sink came from the handcuffs in the same room. The size and shape of the scratches are consistent with the handcuffs, I'm sure.
How did those handcuffs get from the lab to the water tank?
Because Ryoma was wearing them, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
though they were only visible for a brief moment when Ryoma appeared in the tank.
Yeah, they fell off him when he got chewed up.
I am certain he was wearing the handcuffs at the time.
The handcuffs were left after the piranhas devoured Ryoma.
So the culprit handcuffed Ryoma and drowned him in his lab's sink.
Yes.
Ryoma must have been pretty yummy. They chomped up his entire body. Arms, legs, brain.
Saying disgusting things. I don't want to hear it.
That crunchy texture with the fatty parts just right. Then when they bite down, it gushes.
Stop! Please stop!
I agree, please
How
stop.
did culprit handcuff Ryoma?
Ryoma's
Couldn't
little.
use Shukuchi method to get away, unless someone ambushed him.
It's
Get him from
possible
behind.
they knocked him out before handcuffing him. Though there's no way we can be sure, now that he's not but bones.
I doubt he was ambushed. I'm pretty sure the culprit got Ryoma by... whoops. Don't pay attention to little old me. I'm just talking to myself.
When you talk to yourself, pretend you're eating and chew with your mouth closed.
What
Otherwise, you'll get a mouthful of peanut butter squid. It's so disgusting you'll laugh.
are you talking about?
So we all agree Ryoma was drowned in the sink in his lab, right?
Yes.
That sink could have held enough water to do it for sure.
Can't you drown on like a
I'm calling
teaspoon
it.
of water?
The crime scene is Ryoma's fucking research lab.
Yes, I agree. It's
How
the
did
fucking
culprit
research
carry
lab.
his body to the gym from there?
Out the window, stupid.
Isn't Ryoma's lab on the 3rd floor of the academy?
It's actually not far at all. Although, perhaps it's more accurate to say there's a shortcut.
Was there a shortcut?
What shortcut between Ryoma's lab and the gym did the culprit use? The window.
There! The shortcut is the window in Ryoma's lab.
The window?
That's right. None of the windows in this school open. Except the one in Ryoma's lab. And on top of that, the window faced the pool. You could see the gym straight across.
Do you think the culprit dropped Ryoma's body into the pool area from the lab window?
Yes.
Then they could have thrown the body into the piranha tank through the gym window. How's that? Mission complete!
Sounds good to
Your
me.
explanation contradicts some things we discussed earlier.
Yeah, how to reach the window from the poolside.
The gym window was too high to reach from the poolside, even if one used the ladder.
It is true.
That's right! I apologize! I must go on a journey to reflect on this!
Yeah, go meditate under a waterfall.
We keep hitting dead ends, since we don't know how the body was thrown into the gym.
Well, that didn't really give us any info about the crime.
Not necessarily, we learned a lot of important things. Now I'm sure the scene of the crime was Ryoma's lab. The case is becoming clearer. To determine how the body got from the crime scene to where it was found, I have to figure out how to get from the 3rd floor window to the gym. Alright then, I have to analyze the possible methods and find the most likely. When you have to deduce how things are connected, Psych Taxi will start up. The objective of this mode is to gather the letter cubes lying around to form the question. Okay. Use the A button to accelerate and left stick to move left and right. By picking up the letter cubes floating around, you can complete the question. Once you complete the question, you can head toward the escort that has the correct answer. If it is the right answer, they'll get in your car. If it's the wrong answer, something bad happens. My head falls off. Also, there'll be other cars on the road. If you hit those, you'll take focus energy damage. If it's getting dangerous, use RB to concentrate. Nice. This sounds hard. Please respond at your earliest convenience. Psych Taxi! Oh my god. It looks like Outrun. I love it. It's like Hangman? Letters! How can I look at that and do this at the same time? I feel like my brain's gonna fall out. The body was brought... From where? The body was brought from where? We already know the answer to that. The window. We just figured that out, didn't we? I can't move. Thinking time. I hate thinking time. That's my least favorite time. Lamp window. We know this. I hit it with a car. My god, I'm insane. Another question. Let's do it. This is fun. I don't know, there's gonna be a racing game in here. What do we got this time? That suggests that it's a single letter, but it's totally not. Big lies. Big lies. I don't like it. Oh god. Don't use focus mode. Makes me not know what the hell's going on anymore. The body was brought to the gym from where? I like that they added all these nice new easy cruisy modes where I can just chill out and drive my crazy taxi or whatever. You know, rather than having to think all the time. Thinking's hard. Wait, it's thinking time, speaking of that. Go. Gym window, we know this. This is not hard. I hit you with a car though, so fuck you. I love the sort of 80s vaporwave background thing. Very cool. Very cool. Big fan. Oh, there's the other cars. You said there was going to be other cars, but I didn't see any. So it was brought from that window to that window, right? But the ladder isn't long enough. I'm going to use this time to think. The ladder isn't long enough to reach the pool window from the pool side, so maybe it was like, I don't know, ziplined between the no, but he did hit the pool, right? We don't know if he hit the pool, do we? I don't know. Maybe they ziplined the body from window to window, just like that. Or they threw it. I mean, you couldn't throw it that far. It's too far. The pool's a big room. Maybe zipline, maybe... Ah, Monokuma. I ran over a Monokuma. Move from the classroom window to the gym window. How? Thinking time! Why have we got so many escorts in the car? Two's too many. Yeah, it has to be from window to window, because the pool room's not gonna... You can't reach. Works for me. I think it must have been a zip line at some time. Maybe something just fell off him as he was going across.
Directly from his lab to the gym.
Maybe he was zip-lined using some of his clothes, and it got burnt off or damaged or whatever and fell into the pool as he went. Something like that.
Directly? Don't tell me they threw the body from window to window.
Yeah, no.
I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball, you know.
No, I don't believe he was thrown. But perhaps another way.
What do you mean another way? There's no other way to move it.
The culprit must have used some kind of equipment.
Huh? Equipment?
With this equipment, they can connect the two windows and move the body to the gym.
Equipment to connect the windows? I believe it was found near the body. Huh. Oh, fuck, I forgot about the rope. Well, that makes it even more obvious.
There!
Jeez, I forgot there was even rope there.
The rope found behind the gym stage could have been used to connect the windows.
Yep. And it was from his... It was from his room. It was part of the net.
There is a mysterious mystery about that rope that only Atua can reveal. What mysterious mystery? During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage. But the next morning, the rope had been moved backstage for some reason. It's a mysterious mystery. Only Atua knows the answer.
Oh my god, you're so dopey.
So, during nighttime, someone used the rope, then threw it into the gym window?
So they did use the rope! That's how they bridged the distance between both windows!
Is the rope long enough to reach both windows?
The rope is roughly 65 feet in length. As for the distance between the windows...
According to the sign at the pool, the width of the pool is roughly 35 feet.
Oh yeah.
And the distance from the edges of the pool to the windows is an additional 16 feet. Altogether, the sum total length from one window to the other is roughly 50 feet.
And pool is only thing between research lab and gym windows.
You bet it's long enough! That's what she said.
Wait, who said that?
Oh god.
Even if the rope was long enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows?
Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another.
You just do it from the inside on both sides.
If the windows were closer together, then they could toss the rope across. But they're not.
No, going to think it would work. Just need one more rope.
We have one more rope.
Another rope. There was only one though.
That's what it means.
Then it impossible. Sorry.
So that the one more rope is the rope that is part of the net. This rope is just part of the stage stuff. Sure there was another rope, or at least something that could be used as rope. The net. The net. Insect meet and greet. There. Tennis net cable.
This is it!
Are we doing
The
this?
tennis net cable from Ryoma's lab could serve as a rope.
How long is it?
About 50 feet or so. But how do they use it?
Okay, so... First, culprit hang rope outside of one window. Then, culprit move to other side. and tie cable to other window.
Yeah.
Then, after tying to each window, culprit tie rope and cable together. That how culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
It makes sense, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing, Gonta. You're so knowledgeable.
He's so smart.
It's nothing. Gonta use ropes a lot when looking for bugs.
Even if they did connect the windows with a rope, they can't carry a body on just that.
Not carry, slide, right?
You're
It's lower.
right,
It's one.
I got it.
The gym side is one floor lower.
Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. But in my case, it's 100% inspiration.
We get it. Just tell us already.
They handcuffed the body to the rope and slid it from one window to the other, like Tarzan.
Yeah, they're already handcuffed. That makes sense. Should have thought about that. My bad.
The body would reach the gym window, but it wouldn't land in the piranha tank. Stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your dirty mouth.
Ouch.
Tarzan? But they also had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh?
That is not feasible with just one rope.
They could climb the rope over after the body slid down.
Maybe the rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used.
Not just the rope.
Well, anyway, it would have been pretty difficult to get that body in the piranha tank. They wouldn't just throw it. The trick was a super crucial part of the culprit's plan.
Sounds like you did it, mister.
The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands. But is there really a way to do that?
Kokichi, are you hinting at something?
Huh? Hint? What hint? Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints.
You're confusing me. You were definitely onto something. It's true that the culprit needed to place the body directly into the piranha tank. If the body were to fall, the culprit would not have been able to retrieve it. They would only have had one shot at it, no second chances. So obviously the culprit would have wanted to put the body into the tank carefully. Meaning they would have wanted to get as close to the window as possible. The problem is, how did they get near it? They slid down the rope. All we know right now is that there was a rope that connected the windows. Somehow the culprit used that to move the body and were close to the window themselves. To make that work, they had to have used something else. But what could that be? What could they have done?
All right, Shuichi. The stage is finally set.
Oh, come on.
What?
Stop putting it all on me, man.
Listen up. Do a good job here, and I'll be able to put an end to this trial. It all starts with you. You be the opening act, and I'll be the main event. And then together, we're gonna save everyone.
Together?
You got this. After all, you are my sidekick.
That's true.
I believe in you, so I'm gonna leave the rest to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do this. I'll solve this mystery and show everyone the truth. This is the main event. Something was used with the rope to move the body between the windows. Think, come on, think. Hangman's Gambit, uh-oh. I don't know. It's the rope, right? What did the culprit fashion? Fashion? That's a weird question. Okay, R. I just feel like rope, but it's too long. I'm just gonna keep typing rope and we'll see what happens. Rope. What other letters have we got? Rope. All rope letters. W. What's the W? E. Shit, how much time have we got? 5 minutes. Dude, I don't know. Ropeway? What does ropeway mean? How do you fashion a ropeway? What is a ropeway?
Yes, that's it. The culprit used something like a ropeway to move the body.
A ropeway, huh? Are you sure about that?
You mean the rope?
Wow, you got drain damage or something? You need some kind of vessel to use on a ropeway, and we don't have that!
No, there definitely was. The culprit used it to move the body along the rope. In scenes where you have to deduce an image, mind will begin. Okay? In this mode, the objective is to dig up the answer. At the beginning, the answer will be completely covered in pieces. Use the left stick to move the cursor and erase the pieces with the A button. Pieces will be erased when 2 or more of the same color connect. Oh my god, it's like match 3. The adjacent pieces will then change color in the following order: white, pink, yellow, white. If you do it right, you can remove all the pieces from an object. The trick is to predict how the adjacent pieces will change. I can't do that. When all the pieces on top of the object are gone, you can select the object as the answer. If you select the wrong object, your influence gauge will take damage. If there's just one piece left, you can press A button repeatedly to break it. That will incur a time penalty, so don't just button mash. It might sound complicated, but trust me, you'll get it as you play. I don't think I will, but I guess we'll find out. I just want to hit the most pieces I can at once. That's what I'm going for. That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. I'd like to hit like 4 or more pieces if at all possible. I don't really know what I'm doing. Although that much is obvious. Pretty much always obvious. I can't even get 4 anymore. I can get 3. Oh, that's a good one. I'll take that. I guess I'll take 3s now, I suppose. I feel like just button mashing would be faster than what I'm doing. Maybe I should button mash. You said don't button mash, but I feel like I should button mash. You know? Oh, if I get that up. I don't even know what pieces I'm going for. How much time we got? Ages. Absolutely ages. Cool. I mean, that's good. Probably gonna need it. Now we're stuck on 2s, I guess. Oh, that's a good one. Like that. Pink. It's just all spotty now. I'm too focused on trying to get rid of all the bits now. It's gotta be this inner tube, right? I don't know about these other parts, but inner tube sounds like a thing. Can I pick this? I remember the inner tube being in the pool. I don't know what I'm doing. But we got through it anyway, so who cares? I'm not good at predicting the future.
It's the inner tube. The rubber inner tube we found floating in the pool.
I don't even know what the other things were.
Remember the inner tube we found in the pool with a rope on one side?
Yeah.
Maybe the rope was originally tied on both sides. The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows.
Makes sense.
And because the 3rd floor window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along.
How convoluted.
The inner tube is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported 2 people. The culprit used the ropes and the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway, and used
That's
it
what a
to
ropeway
move
is.
themselves and Ryoma's body from the lab to the gym.
Just never heard the term before.
Once through the gym window, the culprit stood on the inner tube to move the body.
Man, the culprit is jacked. Look at him.
Either that,
Her,
or the
it,
culprit placed their foot on the windowsill.
them.
That way would be more stable, and let them handle the corpse more carefully. Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene.
Well, when you put it like that, it certainly sounds possible. But wow,
Yeah.
a ropeway!
Pretty cool, huh?
You say the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against school rules? It would count as entering the gym, would it not?
Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay. Sticking your body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill is...
Okay.
Wait, who asked you last time?
The killer, obviously.
Eh?
It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan.
Oh, shit!
Way to put your foot in your mouth.
His foot! Monosuke just unhinged his jaw and swallowed his entire leg!
Cut it out! I can't write this off as a joke if you two keep freaking out about it.
You can unhinge his jaw and swallow my entire ass.
Then your little slip-up is actually the truth!
Well, yeah.
Pops?
Uh-oh. Daddy's mad at you now.
We still don't know who it is. It doesn't matter.
Don't look at me. This is what you get for acting like a big shot all the time.
Stop. Do not bully Monosuke.
Huh?
No more blaming each other. Everybody makes mistakes. I want us all to get along.
Yeah.
Monodam's right.
Monosuke, you better thank Monodam. Less attitude and more gratitude. Got it?
Man, the trial was just getting fun. Why you gotta ruin it with that slip-up? But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
On the money.
So culprit really used ropeway to move body?
Yeah, they used the ropeway to move with the body from window to window.
Ropeway murder? That's some crazy-ass shit! But if the mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away?
They didn't put it all away.
Not necessarily. All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway. Then, after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side. Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step.
I see. The rope was thrown from the window. That's why we found it there.
Sure.
With
Whatever.
that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool.
Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumbered.
But if the culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
Because they couldn't get it because it was nighttime and they're not allowed to go in the pool.
I believe that was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. When the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
The reason the culprit left in the pool is obvious. Because it was nighttime and they would have been breaking the rope.
That's it!
Would have been instantly executed.
Even if they wanted to get it, they couldn't, because this took place at nighttime.
I see. They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in that pool is so low. Even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope, the steep angle the rope would be at would make it nigh impossible.
It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work.
Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water's still too low to drag tube in.
Sounds like a lot of work. I can see why they just left it there. Yeah, it would take too long. And they would have been busted if someone saw them.
Ha! What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it? Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur.
No, actually. Save for that one mistake, this was the perfect crime.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us.
Why is Kirumi doing that face?
Well, I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Shut up. Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough. Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a ropeway. Oh, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
What are you, stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
Respecting the culprit's intelligence is crucial to solving this case. We're so close. We're just one step away from the truth.
Now, we just need to figure out who the culprit is.
But of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise.
So, who is it?
Looks like it's time for me to start the main event.
Go on then.
But my sidekick here is on a roll right now, so I'll let him take this one.
You asshole.
Okay.
You're just pushing everything onto Shuichi because you don't know yourself.
Well, Shuichi, do you already know who the culprit is?
Not really. I have a good idea of who the culprit is.
Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again?
What?
Come on, man, there's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick. I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats.
You believe in my detective skills?
That's right. I'm gonna leave it all to you, Shuichi.
Okay. Need to believe in my detective work. This whole setup would have been prepared in the gym beforehand. Knowing that narrows the list of suspects. Oh my god. I only got a minute left. Who is the culprit? I don't know. This fuckwit? Kokichi, you did it, didn't you? Nah, between Kirumi and Miyu's testimonies, my alibi's pretty solid. But if you ask me, I think the person who went to the gym is suspicious.
Oh no!
Oh, well, yep, fuck you. Can I look at my information? I can't look at anything. You were making that face, let's try you. You went to the gym too, didn't you? Is something wrong? Remember everyone's alibis? Do you think that person really made the mechanism in the gym?
Oh no!
I'm running out of time. I don't know. Wait, she visited the... It's been a week since I did the first part of the trial, but she visited the gym in the middle of the night. Remember? The person who visited the gym was the most... Alright.
It has to be you!
Really?
There's one more thing I still have to confirm. But Kirumi is the prime suspect.
Me?
What? Kirumi?
Oh, so Kirumi is the culprit.
I think it's a bit early to say that, but
That
sure.
is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first.
Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me. If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
The
Okay.
wrong choice?
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision? I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake.
Here we go. Alibis for yesterday. That's going to be the important
I'm
one.
not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
That's true.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
I have evidence that proves you're guilty.
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
To force Kirumi to implicate herself, my logic has to be airtight. There's a hole in her story somewhere, and I just have to stay calm and find it.
I,
She was
of
in
course,
the.
am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime.
Didn't she say my alibi at
And
nighttime?
you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
True. I have no alibi for nighttime, but the others do not have alibis either. The reasoning is too shallow to justify being suspicious of me.
Damn it!
Fuck.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime.
You have no alibi, do you?
An
alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work.
But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin.
It's that one, isn't it? Could have been done by anyone. That's not true. There's no way.
I, of course, am not the culprit. The crime was committed at nighttime.
Alright, alright.
You have no alibi,
Sorry.
do you?
I'm struggling now. This is starting to get
Do not
difficult.
have one.
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like
The
you could be
inventor
skilled
lady's the
enough to
only
pull
other
it
one
off.
who'd be skilled enough to do it.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
I missed! You son of a bitch! Why does your aim have to be so accurate in this game?
By anyone.
Disagree.
Wrong! No. The only person who could have prepared this murder is Kirumi. Well, the preparations in the gym in any case.
She does anything she's asked. She said that herself. So either she was asked to kill him by someone else, or he asked her to kill him himself because he wanted to die. I feel like she did this for someone else. Because that's how she is.
And why do you believe that?
Before the culprit could put the body into the tank, several steps needed to be taken.
Like tying the rope to the gym window and putting a partition in the piranha tank.
She specifically said that she'll do anything she's asked. Anything.
That's right. Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window, but that required preparation. That could only have been done when Kirumi was by herself in the gym before nighttime.
But Kirumi was alone in the gym for only like 5 minutes.
Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up. Enough time to tie the rope on the window frame and put the pain in the piranha tank.
This is my selfless devotion.
Now here we go.
While I do understand where you are coming from, I assure you this is just a part of your petty imagination. An empty theory created from nihilism.
Oh, we know you're guilty now because you're losing it. That's what always happens. Rebuttal showdown. Black
If it
piece
were
of
solely the
fabric.
rope and
That's her
partition.
clothes, not his clothes.
I suppose 5 minutes might be enough time. I accept that. However, the crux of your argument
I didn't
is
even
not
think
that
about it. I
of
thought it
yes.
must have been his clothes,
You
but it's
continue
not.
to
It's
force
her
the facts to
clothes.
conform to your misguided narrative. When you consider that the crux of your argument is faulty, your entire case falls apart.
I disagree.
What do you mean by crux of the argument? How is it just a guess?
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened. In other words, it is just a guess, and then you add assumptions and hearsay to that guess. It is nothing more than deception.
Alright,
I am
alright.
referring to the rope. Now, with that rope,
The fabric's her
It is
clothes.
possible to reach the gym
Is there a
window from
piece
the
missing
third
on her,
doorway,
what
but
she's
there
wearing
is
right
no
now? Because she
evidence
hasn't
to
changed.
indicate this had happened.
She hasn't changed her clothes. How does that prove that I used the rope? I fail to see your point.
I was
Possible to
wrong!
reach the gym window from the third floor, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
Okay, it's the window
Couple your
frame.
words.
The marked window frame on both sides, isn't it? Pretty sure it's marked on both sides.
I have evidence. The abrasions left on the window frames at the gym and the lab.
Were those scratches from when the rope was tied to the window frame?
Just tying the rope to the frame wouldn't cause so much damage.
It's the handcuff damage.
The rope that was tied to the frames must have been weighed down significantly. The frames didn't break, but they were left with distinct marks.
Right, I see.
Those scratches are proof that you used a rope to carry the body to the windowsill.
Oh? What's wrong, Kirumi? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? Hey, 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 hey!
Is Kirumi quiet cause that's what happened?
Maybe.
Please answer us, Kirumi. Shuichi is doing this for your sake.
If it is for my sake, then it would be much easier to forfeit. But I cannot allow that, because I must do this for everyone!
For everyone?
A duty and a responsibility. I must serve everyone and protect them.
Okay.
So I refuse to surrender. They won't forgive me if I do.
What? Where is this coming from? Her response seems genuine. What does she mean by everyone? Is she doing this for all our sakes? Am I wrong? Is Kirumi innocent? No, I'm wrong again.
Hey, Kirumi, who exactly is this everyone you're talking about?
People outside of here, not us. Kaito?
I've just got a weird feeling about this.
I don't think she's talking about us.
When you said everyone, it felt like you weren't talking about us. It felt like you were talking about someone who isn't here.
Someone who isn't here?
Someone outside of the academy?
Hey, do you think Kirumi saw her own motive video?
Yes.
Huh? The motive video?
She has to protect the people
You
that she
saw
cares
your
about.
important someone in danger, so you committed murder, right?
Is that true?
I am so sorry for making such a mess. Because of that, I made all of you assume something unnecessary.
Unnecessary?
You saying I'm wrong? This everyone you're talking about?
It is all of you, of course.
Really? Do you swear to a tour?
Yes, really. So please
I don't believe you.
me. I am not the culprit.
We've come too far. I don't believe
do
you.
not care what becomes of me, but I will not allow any of you to die. Because I made a promise to Kaede. She wished for all of us to escape together.
She did.
I want to fulfill my duties as the ultimate maid. I wish to serve everyone. So please believe me. You have to.
Kirumi!
Are we totally sure Kirumi's the culprit? Maybe it's someone else. Are we sure Kokichi isn't the culprit?
That's my other guess.
How rude.
Gonta just can't believe Kirumi would kill Ryoma.
Kirumi's breakfasts were the best. She always treated us so well.
She really is like a mom.
Perhaps it was after she gained our trust that she saw her chance to strike.
Like a mum from Promised Neverland.
You really are screwed up.
Screwed up from head to toe. Even through your clothes, I can tell.
Shuichi, please reconsider suspecting me as the culprit. You only suspect me because I was at the gym during nighttime yesterday, correct? But you cannot accuse me of being the culprit with that insufficient proof. It is still possible for Maki and Kaito to have gone to the gym. They do not have alibis. They could have pretended to help Himiko, but secretly prepared the murder.
When you put it that way, it does seem possible.
We can't accuse Kirumi just based on our alibis.
Guys, maybe suspecting Kirumi is wrong.
She's really good at this turning it back around thing.
Yeah,
Maybe we should think it over one more time.
I made a promise. As the ultimate detective, I made a promise to seek the truth. I made a promise to Kaede, so I'm not turning back now.
They're scared. They're scared that they have to accuse one of their friends of murder. It's up to me. I have to do it. I'll use my detective work to prove it.
So you still believe I am the culprit? But there is no evidence to indicate that I am—
No, there is. I have proof that you're the culprit. I realized it when we determined that the ropeway was used to move the body. If it was indeed Kirumi who moved the body with a makeshift ropeway, then the final clue falls into place.
The final clue?
The damning evidence that proves Kirumi is the culprit.
Shuichi, won't you please tell me why you are so desperate to pin me as the culprit? Don't you want to protect everyone?
I'm doing this because I want to protect everyone. Shuichi.
Then you're wrong. Your deduction is all wrong.
Your words aren't going to convince me now. Not when I know the truth.
What truth? All you care about is your own reasoning. You don't even listen to others. I can't bet everyone's lives on a deduction made by a self-righteous brat. You can't save anyone!
No more doubts. I'm confident I'm right. I'm going to present everyone the evidence that proves she's guilty. Is that the fabric? It's got to be the piece of fabric, right? I thought the last one was the piece of fabric. But I think this one's the piece of fabric. Floating in the pool at first glance it looked like trash. Her clothes are black. Well, some of them.
This is it! The piece of black fabric in the pool. That's the final clue that proves you're guilty. It's been bothering me for a while. I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was just trash at first, but I couldn't dismiss it entirely. Now that the class trial has come this far, I know for certain. It's an important piece of the puzzle, because like the inner tube, it's evidence the culprit couldn't dispose of.
Couldn't get it out of the pool.
Huh? Why not?
Because it was nighttime. Are you not listening?
Using the ropeway, you could slide the inner tube from the lab to the gym, but how would you control it? If it kept sliding and hit the window, the momentum would have thrown the body off.
You'd have to hold it. It's a piece of her glove. It would have burned a hole in her glove,
to
right?
prevent that from happening, the culprit needed some way to adjust the speed. For example, the culprit could have used their hands for friction.
Yeah, so what? You're still wrong. Your logic is flawed.
Kirumi, why are you becoming increasingly erratic?
Because she's guilty, stupid.
There is such absolute beauty in trying to fight against the truth.
What truth? That black cloth is just trash. You can't prove I'm the culprit with just that.
No, it's not just trash. It's proof that you're the culprit.
Finding out how that black fabric fits into this is the key to everything. I'll make it all clear now. Argument armament.
You are incorrect. What is this truth? That is just your empty deduction. You continue to confuse everyone. You are incorrect.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
What is this truth? That is just your empty deduction. You continue to confuse everyone. In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone might die.
Oh, it was a hold.
In
Didn't
this
see that.
class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone
it's a hold
might
one again.
die.
I keep messing up the hold ones.
Your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. We only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reason.
Jesus.
But I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. I only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning. But I will never accept it. Ah!
Alright.
What does that piece of trash prove?
Kirumi's gloves.
It ends here!
Put some clothes on, lady.
The piece
Jesus.
of fabric came from Kirumi's black glove.
Kirumi's glove?
Indeed.
The culprit were slowing their descent by grabbing the rope with their hands.
It would destroy your
There would
gloves.
have been a lot of friction, easily enough to cause rope burn. But our culprit was smart. They weren't burned because they weren't barehanded.
Yeah, the culprit had gloves on. One got all torn up from the friction and...
And it fell into pool?
Yes.
From what I remember, the only one who wears black gloves is Kirumi, right?
The gloves on your hands now. I take it they're from your dorm?
The extra uniforms in our rooms are made of the same material we're wearing now. We can test my theory by comparing the fabric scrap with your glove.
Well, Kirumi, will you allow us to compare the black fabric we found in the pool with your gloves?
Huh? What's the matter? Why are you sweating so much?
It's hot in here, that's all.
Kirumi, what's wrong?
In the end, I'm just like them. I'm scared of revealing the truth. Because it means that someone has to be sacrificed, but Kaede was scared too. She didn't let that stop her. She thought things through to the end. I faced the truth, and doubted it, and kept thinking, and kept going. This is where it led me, and I won't turn away from
I
it.
will show you the truth.
Alright, we're doing the comic book thing. Are we ready? Fuck, how do we do this again? Alright, what do we got? The evidence made of metal the piranhas didn't eat. The handcuffs. We didn't have that. Next. What was used as a partition in the tank? The glass thing. Nope. This one? The thin and long item the culprit took from the gym. The rope. Good. Moving on. Where in the gym was the rope tied? To the window? Oh. Gym's window, frame, and rope. That doesn't sound right. Oh, maybe. Yeah, that works. Do we get another one? One more right answer. What do we got? Before the murder, what was put on the victim's wrists? The handcuffs. Now we get this one. Piranha tank lid. And that's back here. This one. This one is metal handcuffs in the water. Oh, that's right at the start. This one. Groovy. We get another new one? No. Alright, moving on. We have... What was taken from the pool? From the pool. The inner tube? Groovy. And what's this one? What was used to transport the body on the ropeway? That's the inner tube as well. Alright, moving on. Hitting the brakes was tougher than expected. Friction on the glove. Alright, what's this one? Hanged inner tube. Where was the body carried to? piranha tank. And then this must be the last one.
This is the truth of the case.
That was a lot shorter than the first one, wasn't it?
The victim's body was found this morning during Himiko's underwater escape act.
That's right.
When we saw the piranhas in the tank, we thought that Himiko's escape failed. Of course, it was all part of the act. Himiko's escape went perfectly. But when Angie opened the curtain in front of the tank, we saw Ryoma with piranhas swarming around him. Before any of us could react, the piranhas devoured Ryoma's body. And all that was left were his bones and the handcuffs he was wearing. That horrifying sight was the finishing touch on the culprit's own twisted magic trick.
Nice. We love magic.
The culprit obfuscated the time and place of the murder, implicating Himiko in the process.
Is that the plan? I presume so. Well, my instinct was wrong again. I thought it was Angie.
The crime began last night, around 8:55 p.m.
Before the trial started, I thought it was Angie.
While preparing for the show in the gym, the culprit had a chance to be alone.
For 5 minutes, yeah.
It was then that the culprit used the ladder to reach the piranha tank and removed the glass lid to put inside the tank. They used it as a partition to force the piranhas to one side of the tank. Next,
I still understand why they didn't
took
just.
the rope from the stage wing in the gym.
Still don't understand why they didn't just throw them into the piranhas and let them eat them in the tank. Would have made it harder to figure out what happened, you know? Showmanship, I guess.
And used the ladder once more, this time to climb up to the gym's window. Once there, they opened the window and tied one end of the rope to the window frame. The rope was then thrown out the window toward the pool. These preparations were key for the culprit's elaborate plan.
We finally did it.
At nighttime, past midnight, the culprit asked Ryoma to meet at his lab. All the pieces were in place. The culprit was ready to murder. First, the culprit knocked Ryoma out, probably striking him from behind. Then, they put the handcuffs from the shower room on Ryoma's wrists.
And then drowned his
And
ass.
shoved his head into the sink filled with water. From the water and the pain of drowning, Ryoma should have woken up and struggled. The culprit anticipated his resistance, which is why Ryoma was handcuffed. The struggle left scrapes on the cuffs and sink, but in the end, Ryoma succumbed. Ryoma was dead, but the culprit's plan had only just begun. They removed the cable from the tennis net and hung it from the window facing the pool. And then, at the pool, they connected the wire and the rope from the gym window. They return to the lab after picking up one last thing.
The inner tube.
The rubber inner tube that was in the pool's tool shed. Once back in the lab, the culprit pulled the cable, bringing up the rope. They pulled until the rope was taut, then tied it to the lab's window frame. And thus, the gym and the lab windows were connected by a single rope. After making a hanger of sorts with another length of rope tied to the inner tube, they hung the inner tube on the rope connecting the windows.
This is so elaborate for no
That's
particular
how the
reason.
culprit created the ropeway that was used to move the body.
Why didn't they just drown him in the sink and then walk away? That
An
would have made more
impressive
sense.
Premeditated murder, but the culprit made two crucial mistakes. The culprit got on the inner tube with Ryoma's body and slid toward the gym. With the height difference between the windows, they would have built up quite some speed. To avoid crashing through the window, the culprit used a brake. They used their own hand to grip the rope and slow down. That would have caused significant rope burn had the culprit not been wearing gloves. But due to the friction, part of a glove tore off and dropped in the pool. Regardless, the culprit reached the window and put Ryoma's body into the piranha tank. The glass pane not only kept the piranhas and the bodies separated, it also kept the piranhas so close together, they concealed the body. After that, all the culprit had to do was untie the rope and the inner tube.
Seems like all this, the really complicated part of this whole plan, was just to implicate Himiko, which we immediately dismissed the idea of, pretty much.
But that's when they made their second mistake. One end of the rope came loose, and the inner tube dropped into the pool. Thus, the culprit was forced to leave two key pieces of evidence, the fabric and the inner tube. They couldn't retrieve the evidence because of the rule against swimming at nighttime. And that's the whole story. Am I wrong, Kirumi Tojo? The ultimate maid?
We did it! Now it's execution time, I guess.
Kirumi, that's the conclusion I reached. Do you have any objections?
This is very, very unfortunate, Shuichi. My pride as a maid demands that I fulfill every request that I receive. But to end like this...
Does that mean you admit it?
Kirumi.
Why use your own gloves, though? The warehouse should have had plenty.
There weren't any. Obviously, she would have used them if they were available. Jeez, Monokuma provided everything but the gloves. That's pretty sadistic. But thanks to him, at least the game became way more interesting.
So, it's decided.
This case was decided the moment someone, who shall not be named, opened their big mouth.
Nah, that didn't make any difference, really.
We don't know that. Maybe the real culprit is someone nobody expects.
That is right. No need to worry.
Oh, Monodem, you're like a mommy taking care of her sick child.
All right, let's go! The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless finally face off! It's voting time!
That's right, we get to vote now, don't we? That was never a thing before. You are voted.
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result.
She voted for me? Rude. Jeez, Kirumi. Don't have to vote for me.
Who'll be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Did she just vote for me because I'm the one who called her out on it? It's not very nice. I thought you had more class than that, come on. No class. No class, Kirumi. I hope one of these mono kids gets killed again. Get a monodam. Oh, look at all my misses. I'll take an A. I'll take an A.
Oh my!
You all voted correctly. What an unexpected and unpredictable outcome. The Blackened who killed Ryoma Hoshi is Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid. Hooray.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness we managed to get through the class trial again. There's nothing good about this at all. Why? Why'd it have to be Kirumi? Truly, this result was unexpected. How can you all be so calm about it?
No way.
But Gonta cannot believe it. Kirumi was so helpful for everyone. Same Kirumi is also culprit?
Yoo-hoo!
Hey, how long you been lying to us?
Truth
Is that why you took such good care of us? So you could deceive everyone? You mean she's not my mum? She was never your fucking mum. Hey Kirumi, tell me why? You're always thinking about everyone around you. How could you kill someone? Human beings have always been selfish, self-centered creatures. That's why I hate humans. They burn down the forests we call home. They pollute the rivers we drink from. I'll never forgive humans. But is that really a reason to destroy them? Some humans are really nice. Shut up. Enough of the commentary already.
Say.
Well, Kirumi, were your feelings toward us simply another falsehood? No, it cannot be. Say it ain't so. That was just another lie too. I don't think so. I still believe Kirumi cares about us. And how would you know? I can't say for certain, but I can sense that this trial has been agonizing for her. You can't say for certain, That's what a detective would say. Kirumi, are you upset? Because of the people important to you? You mean like from the motive video? So Kirumi watched hers after all. Earlier, Kirumi mentioned that she had accepted a request. Perhaps that request came from someone important in her motive video.
What's wrong?
Do you have nothing to say for yourself?
I do not agree.
No, that's not it. I'm just lost. Because if I tell you why I did it, you'll regret what you've just done. Regret? Spit it out already. Otherwise we can't accept this outcome. Kirumi, tell us. I care about you a lot, and I know the others care about you too. So please.
Understood.
Very well then. If you're all so desperate to know, I will consider this a final request and tell you everything. No more lies then. You better just tell us the truth, please and thank you. Yes, I understand. Your reasoning was exactly right. The reason I murdered Ryoma was because of what I saw in my motive video. As I thought, you did indeed watch your video. Does that mean someone broke the agreement and traded you your motive video? Alright, fess up. Which of you did it? Close your eyes and raise your hand if it was you.
What are you saying?
Why would the one raising their hand need to close their eyes? That won't be necessary. I did not trade my motive video with anyone. If you didn't trade it with anyone, how'd you see your motive video? Perhaps Kirumi received her own motive video? You mean she had her own motive video from the start? Correct. No one had my motive video, but me, the video's intended recipient. I have no idea why. That's not possible. Monokuma, what the hell's going on? You know, I meant to bring this up earlier because it's been bugging me for a while. All this talk about videos being switched? What does that mean exactly? Don't play dumb. You're the one who switched up all the motive videos. No, I didn't. Was I not supposed to ask that? Did you come screw up again, huh?
Huh?
Not supposed to?
Dumbass!
It's all Monofanny's fault. She passed them out without checking the names. Well, I didn't know. Monotaro should have checked the names too. Wait a minute. I don't even remember passing out any videos. It was my fault. What?
I'm sorry.
I apologize. I should have been more careful. No, Monodam, it's not your fault. It's all our fault. I'm sorry too. Ah, it seems I misunderstood. I completely forgot the plan all along was to redistribute the videos.
Hey,
It's not your fault at all, kids. It's my fault for forgetting.
Hey.
Thank goodness. What the hell's this mushy feel-good crap? You're all idiots. I'm through getting along with you dummy bears.
well now.
I'm sorry to cause so much trouble. Please continue your boring conversation.
I see.
The Monocubs merely distributed the motor videos at random. Receiving my own video was nothing more than bad luck.
I see.
So you just watched it without knowing why it was given to you? What was in your video?
What's wrong?
Well, you promised you'd tell us everything. I will tell you the truth in its entirety, but I doubt that everyone will believe it.
So,
If that's the case, why don't you all watch the motor video together?
Right.
Yeah, that'll be much better. Let's hurry before Daddy gets bored again. How thorough of you, yet I suppose it is better this way. Perhaps the truth will be easier to believe if you witness it with your own eyes. After Kirumi had spoken, the Monocubs began playing the video.
all right.
Kirumi Tojo's motor
By
video.
popular demand, it's time for the motive video. Who's the most important person in your life? And now, without further ado, Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid. With clients in politics and finance, this elite maid is renowned for completing any request. One fateful day, she was suddenly summoned by one of her most influential clients, the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister had a request of utmost importance. He requested that she use her talent as the ultimate maid to serve her country. He asked Kirumi to make this country great again and transferred all his authority to her. No one suspected that the Prime Minister's new secretary was secretly running the country, and over time, she became the de facto Prime Minister. Only Kirumi could save the country from impending doom.
Impending
Yes,
doom?
the future of the country rests entirely on her capable shoulders. But Kirumi
Really?
is up to the task, for she only accepts requests that only she can fulfill. She is driven by the belief that her citizens are the most important people in her life. Oh, and while we're on the subject of those important people, an unfortunate event will soon befall those vermin and sheeple. What event, you ask? It's a secret. Find out for yourself.
Okay.
Huh?
It can't be.
What?
What the hell? The Prime Minister? Everything you just saw is true, though I only remembered it upon watching that video. Remembered?
Wait.
Please hold on, that video is true? That's ridiculous. There's no way Kirumi's really the Prime Minister. No, it's the truth. I'm Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid, and the most important people to me are the citizens of this country.
I was called upon to lift the country out of a dire situation. I swore to serve and help all its citizens. As the ultimate maid, I have advised politicians many times in the past, but he wanted me to prioritize saving the country from an unprecedented crisis. I fully accepted this request. As a maid,
As you
it
do.
is a great honor to serve the nation itself.
What did I do?
You're literally confusing the shit out of me, because this makes no sense, and I gotta take a dump. So Kirumi was the real Prime Minister running the country behind the scenes. How can you seriously believe that a high schooler could be Prime Minister?
Don't get it.
I don't think it's odd that an ultimate level talent could be that powerful. I mean, Keyboy's talent lets him pretend to be human, even though he's a heartless robot. I'm not pretending, I'm still learning. Well, good luck, I guess.
Incredible.
I was aware of Kirumi's impressive talents, but Prime Minister? Then Kirumi really is Prime Minister? She holds the burden of a country's future? The motive video aside, Kirumi doesn't seem like she'd lie about something like that.
Yoo-hoo!
Hey, I get that Kirumi's really important, but What was that unprecedented crisis? Why can't I remember? Our memory's lost. Wait, isn't this just like the ultimate hunt? Perhaps it is connected to the ultimate hunt. The ultimate hunt is connected to the unprecedented crisis facing the nation. If that's true, how are they connected? What is this ultimate hunt anyway? I don't know what's happening to the nation while I'm here, inside the end wall. That's why I needed to know. I needed to know the most important people in my life were safe.
Selfless devotion.
Because I am duty and honor bound to protect every citizen of this nation.
My apologies.
That is why I needed to escape. So you weighed our lives against the lives of everyone else in the nation. If those are the options, of course you'd pick everyone outside, right? There's just too many lives at stake out there. And we just stopped Kirumi from doing that because we selfishly wanted to live.
Like that.
What should we do? Did we just make a terrible mistake? If everyone outside dies because Kirumi is dead, does that mean we pretty much destroyed the country? What do we do?
Wait!
Say, what's Monokuma planning to do with the rest of humanity? Do you know how many people live in this country? Like 100 million, easy.
He's messing around.
No matter how powerful the mastermind is, there's no way they could really.
Do not lie.
Bears do not lie.
Hey,
I'm the ruler of this world. Nothing is beyond my power. Nothing's beyond your power? What kind of arrogant, ridiculous...
100%.
That is 100% a lie. It is impossible that he could bring disaster to a country.
What are you trying to pull?
What's so funny? You guys act like you can't believe it, but you're all terrified anyway. If you can't believe it, then you're terrified for no reason. Why do humans lie? Why are humans the only animal that tells lies?
Shut up!
Cut it out, this is serious. How long are you gonna keep talking about Kirumi? Let's talk about Ryoma. You'll be ashamed to completely neglect him.
Oh, I see.
That's right. We know your motive to kill, but why did you kill Ryoma specifically? Because he was easy to kill. Easy to kill?
Weird.
Ryoma not that weak. When he uses Shukuchi method, even Gonta could no catch. His physical strength was irrelevant when he did not have a reason to live.
Agree?
Without that, he became the weakest among us. What? I took advantage of his weakness and killed him.
That is...
What do you mean? I told him I'd urge Your Majesty to discuss and to meet me in the research lab on the 3rd floor. There I revealed my motive video, and afterwards I told him, I'm responsible for the life of every citizen of this nation, so I must escape this place, and he let you kill him. Then he responded,
Got it.
So you've got a reason to survive. That's the complete opposite of me. That's good. If you got something to live for, it means your life has value. After he said that, he told me that he would clean up the tennis balls lying around.
And then, he turned his back toward me. At that moment, my determination solidified. A person like him would have noticed my bloodthirst emanating. He already knew. He forfeited his life right then and there. That is correct.
That is when I decided I must sacrifice his life for my nation and my people. Ryoma knew he was going to be killed.
But...
Wait a minute, it's Maki's fault that Ryoma decided that he didn't want to live anymore.
Because...
Ryoma only gave up on his life after you showed him his motive video. Well, since you didn't watch his motive video, I guess you had no way of knowing. What's your point? Wait a minute, you're talking as if Ryoma saw that motive video. Didn't you just say that he only checked the name and didn't watch the video? Did I say that? What are you getting at? I probably shouldn't have said anything, but someone has to step up and speak for poor Ryoma. Again, what's your point? Then he gave up on his life because I showed him his motive video? I'll get to that in a sec, but why do you think Ryoma wanted to see his motive video? Because he was looking for a reason to live, isn't that right, Maki? How do you know that?
What?
We all knew that. Swap motive videos? Didn't we agree not to show them to each other?
Yeah.
I remember. Because once you watch him, you've got a motive to kill. If it shows someone important to me, I'd really like to see that.
Hey.
Any idea who'll be in the video?
No.
I don't. That's why I want to see it. Once I know I've got someone important to me, I'll have a reason to live. If I've got a reason to live, then I've got a reason to escape here with you guys. That motive might give me a motive to live.
Please.
That's true.
You're right, he was looking for a reason to live. Which means you shouldn't have shown him the motive video in the first place. What do you mean? What did his video show? Nothing. His motive was empty. Empty?
Okie-dokie. 'Dokie.
Oh, we're up next. Let's give it a watch, shall we? 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really wants. 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really wants. 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really wants. 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really wants. 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really wants. 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really wants. 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really wants. 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really wants. 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really wants. 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really wants. 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really wants. 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really wants. 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really wants. 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really wants. 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really wants. 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really wants. 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really wants. 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really wants. 'Cause we're about to see what Ryoma really w
by popular demand, it's time for the motive video!
So he didn't have a motive video because his life is that empty?
Person in your life. And now, without further ado... This message is for Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro. Unfortunately, there is no one in the world who is important to you. I'm so sorry. Really, I am. You have my deepest sympathies. Sorry. Sorry.
No one. No one was important to
Always
him.
messing around.
That's what he was showing? If he saw something like that, he had none to care for and none who cared for him. He found no motive to live. Because of that, he chose to let Kirumi claim his life. So that's why. He must have just watched that video before I summoned him to meet with me.
It can't be.
He just gave up then. To hell with that, you damn moron.
But
It's bad to have no reason to live, but it's also bad to have too many reasons to live. That's why you did such a terrible thing, right, Kirumi? For too many reasons. You're free to judge me for killing Ryoma. I would bear the burden of being seen as evil for the sake of my nation and its people. But that is what it means to serve with selfless devotion. That is why I needed to survive. Sacrificing you all meant saving the lives of men, women, and children, and elderly. I wanted to live. Kirumi? Monokuma, Gonta have a question. Oh, what is it? Can Gonta be blackened instead of Kirumi?
Gonta.
What? Gonta not smart boy, but even Gonta understand what everyone's saying. Kirumi should live, not Gonta. World needs her. I was thinking the same thing. I don't want to die, but Kirumi's life is way more valuable than mine. Kirumi's got the lives of hundreds of millions of people on her shoulders, right? Logically, Kirumi's survival would result in fewer casualties than our collective survival would.
jeez.
Maybe it would be better if we'd gotten the culprit wrong. What do you mean?
Man.
If Kirumi survives, then the nation's future will be secure. Then, what was the point of me doing all this? Oh, we're back to second-guessing ourselves. Why did I reveal the truth? What have I done? Was I wrong? I shouldn't have... What kind of face is that, Shuichi? You're my sidekick, then suck it up. What? It goes for all of you. To hell with this value of life shit. Life's not just some thing. You can't trade it or put a price on it. Kaito?
Listen up.
And your life doesn't just belong to you. It's for your parents, your grandparents, your friends, even your neighbors. It's not something you can just decide to throw away on your own.
Worry about it.
So we didn't do the wrong thing. Life's purpose is to be lived. As long as you stay alive, anything's possible. You can even go to the stars. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I want to live. I haven't even traveled to space yet. There's no way in hell I'm gonna die here. The idiot's talking again. But he's right, I mean, you're right too. He's an idiot, but he's right. Yep, he's an Artu a damned idiot. I don't know why, but idiots always fill me with inspiration. Hey, shut up, I told you to stop calling me an idiot. Maybe his stupid speech is just what we needed to hear. Kirumi certainly looks shaken by it. Shaken?
Because?
You really think someone as desperate to live as Kirumi would give up so easily? Of course not. In fact, she probably still hasn't given up even now. She was hoping that learning the truth would make one of us volunteer to die in her place. What?
But...
Monokuma would never allow a blackened to escape punishment, so maybe she wanted everyone to rebel, so she could use that as cover to escape on her own? How about it, Kirumi? Am I close? You are the most detestable cretin I've ever met. You knew exactly what I would attempt, yet allowed me to explain anyway. Wait, what he just said was true? You try to trick Gonta? Try to trick everyone? Seriously, you backstabbing cunt? Enough. She was just trying to stay alive in her own way. Nobody can blame her for that. That's right, I must survive. Because I carry the weight of an entire nation on my shoulders. I would not have killed Ryoma if I was so easily deterred. This request will not be fulfilled until I have brought joy to every citizen of this nation. So no matter what, I cannot die. That is why I killed Ryoma. Even now, I refuse to give up. Kirumi?
I see.
You still refuse to give up, so what do you intend to do? I intend to live. I must survive no matter what it takes. If I must debase myself, so be it. I will drink filth and eat carrion to survive. I will do anything, anything to survive. She screamed and she started running. That's kind of the reaction I would have expected out of normal people. But you don't get that very often. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was completely, it was an completely undignified exit.
I won't die here!
I think you will, but... There's no way I'm letting you out of here. It was ugly and raw and feral. She just ran as fast as she could. I heard my voice call out. Run! Run, run, Kirumi!
Hurry!
Run, please hurry. Hurry, run! Like I said, I'm not letting you leave. She's not gonna make it out of
I
here.
refuse to die in a hellhole like this!
Now then,
It's not your choice to make, unfortunately.
Special punishment for Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid.
For my nation! For my people!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I will not die!
You're gonna have to catch you first. Kirumi's been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Where did the people come from? Strand of agony. Uh-oh. That sounds terrible. You're gonna have to climb it. It's an obstacle course. It's like Wipeout. Except fatal. That's a pretty badass way to go out though, isn't it? She does not fuck around. She can handle this shit. She's tough as nails, man. Oh, you're dead next, Monosuke. Oh, I liked him too. Man, Monodam's a killer, man. He's blackened. Why is nobody executing him? Well, that's that. It's an extremely dead Kirumi. What a great way to go out, though. Very cool.
Really?
Why, Monodam? Why'd you kill Monosuke?
It's okay.
If you need to vomit, let it out. You'll feel much better afterward. It's true. Monosuke, he was no different from Monokid. He was getting in the way of us getting along. We don't need him. Don't need him? We few remaining Monocubs must get along. No matter what, we must always get along. Not even Father can stop us from getting along. Not if he knows what is good for him. Oh my god, you're threatening to kill him too? This academy belongs to us. The age of the Monocubs begins now. I guess he's taken over. How dare you take that rebellious tone with me, young man?
Nice.
And yet, this angsty attitude of yours is just so cute. It's cute how your little crew is shrunk by one member. Yep, shrunk. You're not getting any larger, you know.
So freaking cute.
It's so unbearably cute. All this cuteness makes me feel like I'm about to sneeze.
How horrible!
Bitch. Who are you calling an ugly bitch? It doesn't matter, now's not the time for that.
I don't
Kirumi.
like that.
I can't take this anymore, even Kirumi was killed so brutally. I don't want to do this anymore. Am I gonna end up like that too?
You?
I won't let that happen, Himiko. I'll protect you no matter what. I'll protect you no matter what. But I don't want to do this anymore either. Please, let's just stop this killing game. I don't care if we stay trapped here forever. Oh, is that what Atama said?
Says so.
All desire, even your desire to escape this place, can corrupt you beyond redemption. This Monokuma is corrupt. He's the one who distributed the motive videos.
Yes.
Those videos are more dangerous than we thought. To have driven Kirumi that far. What worries me is that as long as we're trapped here, we don't know what's true or false. That must be why Kirumi did not want to show the videos. She thought that if everyone felt the same murderous rage that she did, the killing game would be pure chaos. She wanted to stop it.
Hey!
If that's the case, then we really shouldn't show our videos to each other. That was our consensus from the beginning, not including you, of course. I had assumed Kokichi would try to show us our videos to get under our skin, but that did not come to pass. What, I wonder, were his intentions? He did try to do that. I'd never do anything like that. I'm still thinking about what Kirumi said. What Kirumi said? Everything you just saw is true, though I only remembered it upon watching the video.
That's...
What she said earlier, correct? What about it? She said she remembered, and it didn't sound like a lie either. Maybe that video had the properties of a flashback light that if it made her remember. The properties of a flashback light. So how could Kirumi remember something that she never should have forgotten? Serving an entire nation just seems too important for her to just forget. That's true. Does that mean we have motives to kill that we'll remember by watching our videos? And if that's the case, maybe it's for the best if we don't watch the videos. As long as we don't see the videos, we won't know our motives. Yeah, now I'm convinced. It's probably for the best. Let's just destroy the pads. Those motive videos would mess us up. It's better if we just believe in each other. That's right. It's best that we not remember our motives for everyone's sake. Hearing you speak of everyone's sake is the least believable lie I've ever heard yet. How rude. I'm always doing stuff for everyone's sake. I'm sure you won't believe me when I say stuff like that, so I'll just keep lying. But maybe seeing Kurumi's final moments has made me change my views. She tried to escape until the very end. Running away to live might not be a bad idea.
You're right.
Maybe. Maybe facing the truth isn't enough. Yeah, true. It's okay to run sometimes. You just gotta win in the end. That's all you gotta do. Easier said than done, I'm afraid, but sure. And with that, the second class trial ended for us. A Pyrrhic victory. We had still lost a friend. What is the end Kaito spoke of? And how do we reach it? I still don't know. And we are done. That's a 2-hour-long episode, my friend. When we returned from the courtroom, the area was already blanketed in darkness.
For now.
We should rest. To me, that seems the most rational course of action. Yeah, my brain's out of juice from going full throttle all day. Like you even have a brain to use. Anyway, this killing game is over. I won't allow it to go on. It'll be fine, as long as we listen to Artua. We'll all just be fine.
What's wrong?
What's wrong, Gunter? Why are you staring up at the sky? It's just, even with all this bad stuff happen, stars are always so pretty. But stars here are different. Not the same ones Gunter used to. Different, you mean the position of the stars? Yeah, Gunter looking, but no confined star he remembers. You must be on a different hemisphere. But why? Were we taken somewhere far away?
Hey,
far away? Let's all head back already, I'm wiped out. Yeah.
Hey!
Oh, hold on. I gotta tell you guys something. What now? Like I said, I'm wiped out. Now, it won't take that long. Just listen to what I have to say. Well then, what is it you have to say? Everyone seems to be treating me like some kind of compulsive liar. But that's ridiculous. There's a way worse liar than me in our group. A liar worse than you? I'm talking about Maki.
What?
What? What do you mean Maki's a liar? Maki admitted it during the class trial, remember? Ryoma wanted to show him his motive video because he was looking for a reason to live. But that wasn't the whole story. Ryoma was blackmailing you, wasn't he, Maki? Blackmail? Ryoma just so happened to discover Maki's true identity. He used that to blackmail her. I bet he said something like, if you don't show me my motive video, I'll tell everyone what you really are. That's why Maki didn't want us to know she met with Ryoma. She wanted to keep her true identity a secret. That's why she kept quiet until the last minute. What shit are you making up now? Maki's true identity? What? I've known Maki's true identity for the whole time. For a moment there, I thought Maki had disappeared. She moved so fast. Is she gonna kill him?
You know, this is an interesting turn of events. But would you really kill me in front of everyone?
Hey, Maki, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, you can probably snap my neck like a twig right now, but that's not your style. You would rather kill from the shadows, right, Miss Ultimate Assassin?
I think, Jesus, I think Kokichi just put himself in the firing line, man. He's gonna get himself murdered hard. Jeez, that's not good. She didn't seem like a child caregiver at all. What a stupid, like, cover to pick when you're her. When you act the way she acts, you know? What a terrible cover. Anyway, wrapping this one up here, obviously. 2 hours. 2 hours, everybody. But it's done, so we can go back to half-hour episodes where we just hang out, chill out with everybody. I really want to hang out with that inventor lady. I like her more and more. Her swearing is hilarious. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.